Okay, so for this one, we're going to be looking at triplets and flams. We're going to start with the first 4 lines and talk about triplets for a second. Okay, so we have 2 different kinds of triplets in our region band snare drum etude, and that you should just in general be familiar with. Okay, the first one we're going to look at is a 16th note triplet. What a triplet actually means is there are 3 notes where normally 2 would go. Okay, so if you think of the rhythm 1 theta 2, like 8th note 2/16, for instance, let me just do down here. Okay, so if you look at what I just did right here, this part, 1 theta. Okay, so if I take right here the space where there's 2/16 and I squeeze an extra one in here, it's going to look like this. 1, and then instead of theta, there's a 3rd note in there. Okay, so put this back like it was. There we go. So that's what we've got here. So instead of 1 theta 2, we have 1 theta 2, 3 theta 4, 1 digga da 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 digga da da. Okay, so we have 3 notes where we would normally just have 2. Okay, over here on line number 2, we have them on the downbeat. Digga da dum dum, digga da dum dum. 1 lalite 2, 3 lalite 4. Okay, and aside from that, all you need to know is if this triplet starts on the upbeat, on the te, you're going to start it with the left hand. If the triplet starts on the downbeat, 1 lalite, then you're going to start it with the right hand. Okay, so in number 3, you get a mix of both. Okay, like here you have 1 te, 2 lalite, 3 te, 4 lalite, and then you do the other triplet in the next measure. 1 te, 2 te lale, 3 te, 4 te lale. So these are left-hand triplets. And then you start mixing them back and forth. 1 te, 2 lale te, 3 te, 4 te lale 1, te lale 2 lale te, 3 lale te, 4 te lale 1. Okay? And then this last part right here, whoops. So these are going to be 8th note triplets. So remember what we said a triplet means. It means there's 3 where there would normally be 2. Okay, so over here we have 2 notes in a beat. 1 te, 2 te, 3 te, 4 te. And now we're going to put 3 in the beat. 1 la li, 2 la li, 3 la li, 4. Okay, so these triplets go a little bit faster, 3 per beat. Okay, and then over here we add accents. Now I would recommend you get really comfortable with this before you try this over here, because adding these accents are not on the beat and it's going to feel funky. Okay, 1 te, 2 te, 3 te, 4 te, 1 la li, 2 la li, 3 la li, 4. 1 te, 2 te, 3 te, 4 te, 1 la li, 2 la li, 3 la li, 4. Line number 1. 1, 2, ready, go. Line number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. Line number 3. 1, 2, ready, go. Line number 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, and the next 2 lines we're going to be working on flams. Okay, the rhythms are very straightforward. Biggest thing to remember is to keep your grace note hand low. So in line 5, as you're playing those left hand flams, make sure your right hand stays down basically at the same height that you played the first note at. Okay, in the line number 6, you have some alternating flams. So make sure you're doing good downstrokes and upstrokes. Okay, grace notes low, primary notes up. Line number 5. 1, 2, ready, go. Line number 6. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, Okay, so in the last two lines here, these are kind of specific to this year's Region Band Etude. It's a particular sticking pattern that comes up. If you look at line number 7, we have 2 eighth notes and then an eighth note triplet. So there's 5 notes, and it's an odd number of notes, so we can't really do natural sticking all the way through. So what we're going to do here is we're going to double up on the eighth notes. We're going to play 2 rights and then play the triplet off the left. You're going to do that every time it comes up in line 7 and line 8. And if you kind of look longer into each of the lines, you'll see why it becomes necessary that we finish those on the right hand. So basically the idea is we want to play those 2 eighth notes in the triplet and end up on the right hand for what comes after it. Line number 7. 1, 2, ready, go. Notice how when I play these, the difference between the eighth notes, the eighth note triplet, and the 16th notes are very subtle. 1, take 2, la, li, 3, take 4. They're not hugely different. Sometimes students tend to over-exaggerate those. There's a slight speed up as you go through that. Don't do too much. Make sure you're sticking to the beat. Line number 8. 1, 2, ready, go.